Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this live stream, I will be covering the quote-unquote fan game slash level pack Snivys Adventure, developed by Snivy Master Elite. So let's start with the story of this game. It's one of the level packs that actually has a story. Snivys Adventure is a series of levels where you play as the hero and defender of Poke Park, Snivy, aka Base with Double Jump and Thunderclaw. Sorry about that. It may sound similar to another Mega Man fan game, TM, but it is different. We need to dash and jump our way through the levels and find out who is behind the entire chaos. So, more story. Part 1. Investigation. It was your average afternoon in Poke Park. Not much was going on, relatively quiet, and total peace. During this time, Snivy decided to check out the threat board, TM. And on the said board, he noticed a deadly threat level. It was coming from the Mega Man universe, TM. Snivy immediately had tried to track down who or what was generating the threat signal, but the only thing he could find was a newly built deforestation station. However, it seemed mighty suspicious. Snivy had set the coordinates to the deforestation center on their postal portal TM and set out on their new adventure with the brand new Buster extension TM. So we'll begin with this stage, the intro stage, with 29 plays and a score of 5. So welcome to the stream, Snivy, Jedok, Mr. Lee, YouTube, Pixel Boy, Daibumin, Lepadio, Christian, Anta, and anyone else who I missed. Also Sylveon. Echo should be fixed. Mind you, I actually played this stage during a previous stream, but only this stage. So for sake of continuity, I'll be playing through it again. It's just a basic tutorial level. From what I remember, it's a bit longer than usual, but I'm okay with longer intro stages. I made my opinion on that rather clear. Most of the level packs I've played so far don't really have a story. They're just defeat Dr. Wily or whoever. This is one of the few that actually has one. Hey Jaden. I'd like to talk to you about something later on in the stream, after it. Welcome to the stream, Sign. Apologies if you hear fireworks in the background. I think it's Creation, Fusion, and maybe Fierce BattleBots? One of them? It has to do with the Sunday evening streams. I'll talk to you about it privately. Darn, I should have dashed there. Nowadays, the dialogue is not in-game. I think it'd be a bit too awkward to have it. Maybe have post-stage dialogue. If it's ever ported over to the Mega Mix engine, sure they can add the dialogue in there. I'll skip the tank this time. That's what I was supposed to do. By the way, feel free to keep a death counter for each of the stages. Currently, for this level, it's 1. I'll be evaluating these levels both individually and as a group. I may not be able to cover all the levels in this quote-unquote fan game tonight, however. I'll see if I can at the very least get to the Fortress levels. Below it, no. I didn't think that was exactly relevant to the story, it was just some more extra information. You can copy and paste into the chat to the right. Or should I read it for the future levels, before I start those stages? I'll read what's before the stage descriptions. Okay, next time I will. Fair enough. Decent intro stage. A bit longer than usual, but again, I don't mind it. Okay, you tree. This feels more like kind of like a Fortress boss. Which is to say, it's actually nice. I was low on health anyways. For a base weapon, this is pretty good. I mean, Thunderclaw is one of my favorite weapons from Mega Man 8 anyways. Especially how much you can spam it in this engine. Oh my goodness, I tried to keep doing a tap jump and it doesn't work. That's it, I'm gonna have to play more cautiously. Flame Sword was better in base Mega Man 8, it was nerfed here. Unfortunately. Whereas in this game, Thunderclaw got what feels like a massive buff. At last. 2 or 3 deaths in the stage. Well, 3 deaths. We'll count as that. Alright, dash and jump through this first stage. It isn't guarded the best, so it's the best place to learn how Snivy controls. And apologies, fireworks. After being the research defender, surely enough, it had left a small USB. The USB had contained the coordinates of 3 specific 4 members, along with 1 mysterious robot. Snivy, without hesitation, had inserted the USB into his new Stage Select module, PM. After checking out what was on the USB first though, good, could have been infected, and the mugshots of 4 members appeared. So here's our first set of 4 RMs, or Masters. This game follows the Game Boy format, so first 4 RMs, then an intermediary stage, then 4 more Masters. Please vote. I'll give you about 20 more seconds. KFC Man Stage is a victor with 5 votes. KFC Man Stage takes place in Skloof City with 14 plays and a score of 3. Adventure through the city owned by Skloof Corp TM itself. Spines, Bokazura, Susie's. There's tons to avoid to not get turned into shreds. But is it just me, or have we been here before? The boss is, of course, Kun Fu Cuts Man. Ah, so E and M tanks do persist between the levels. Good. But I didn't pick it up after dying, so I won't pick up any of those now. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, Jaden. You aren't in trouble. And yeah, this is a replacement for the Vine Whip. More generous checkpoint placement than the first stage I went through. And this does look rather familiar. Like I played through this stage before. Was it in a different level pack? I think I did play a work-in-progress version of the stage, but was it also in a different level pack? Because I know KFC Man was a boss before. Yeah, that one. That's the one where I had the rolling cutter. Excuse me, let me mute this. Okay, it seems to have stopped for now. Oh, this stage was shorter than the other stage. That seems kind of strange, but alright. My biggest enemy, Cutman in this environment. Okay, I can get about 2 shots in per cycle. The only problem is if I miss a shot, I'm stunned basically. Goodbye, KFC Man. It's actually easier to fight you with the Buster. No, I didn't, Snivy. I didn't notice it. Not so much Cuts Man himself, it's the spring. Okay, that's one of the Skloof Masters. Not Skloof Masters, sorry. That's one of the Masters down, 3 left to go. In a way, this felt more like an indoor stage than the previous one, although I like the previous stage more. Time to visit Blizzard Boy at the Frozen Peak. He won with 6 votes, 18 plays, and his score -4. Climb up the icy mountain that is Blizzard Boi Stage. In this stage, there's no shortage of count bombs and ice-related enemies, so don't drop your guard. And don't forget of ice physics. And by defeating Kun Fu Cuts Man, I get the Kun Fu Cutters. Which in general is one of the worst weapons to get, to be honest. Frankly, it feels most like a downgrade to the Thunder Claw, or Thunder Whip, or Vine Whip. Oh, that's good. That makes my life a lot easier. Oops. Let's try it again. Usually for ice stages, one of the biggest difficulties are the ice physics. Here, however, it feels more like a mountain stage, taking place in the north. That'll be handy for the further stages. Currently my death count is 4. 1 dead in the previous stage, 3 deaths in the intro stage. And even easier to acquire E-Tank. Now, if I was playing as Mega Man, frankly, the timers on some of these flying bombs could be made much less generous, I mean. Checkpoint placement's fine. So far, stages are fine, I guess. I like the inner stage much more than the first actual stage I went through. Went too far to the right there. What I'm saying is the inner stage was okay to decent. But the next stage KFC Man was just okay. Maybe even subpar. This one's okay. This, however, is neat. I'll catch up with chat after this level. I guess this stage was okay. Whereas the previous stage was easier outside the boss battle, this stage has the reverse going for it, where the stage itself is harder but the boss battle is much more manageable. Goodbye. 1 net here, 2 E-tanks acquired. I wouldn't call it boring, but I feel it could have done more. Two down, 2 left to go for the first set. Gravity M-Man or Brazencoronet. Oops. Okay, let's try it again. I thought I unmuted it, but the shortcut didn't go. Okay, let's try this again. Gravity M-Fan won with 7 votes, with 21 plays and a score of 5. So we're paying a visit to the Lost Center. Enter Gravity M-Fan's abandoned gravity center, where you'll find various gravity-related machinery that surprisingly still functions well, despite it being abandoned. Although, maybe not for so long. And by defeating Blizzard Boy, I got the Blizzard attack. Is it just me, or is the order of these weapon pickups deordered a bit? The rolling cutter used to be on the bottom left. I disagree with the negative score. Even with the Leap of Fate, supposedly, you're still playing as base, and you have good direction of where you're supposed to go to next. So it's not really a Leap of Fate, the stage directs you properly. Yeah, literally Blizzard attack. Whereas the other ones are called the Kun Fu Cutters. Too bad we don't have actually gravity swapping gimmicks. Maybe in Megamix. Hint and quick nudge. I already know there are 4 or 5 Mega Man Classic fan games being developed in either that or Godot. Gravity is one of the gimmicks that was sorely underutilized in the Mega Man series. I mean, it was only used in 1 or 2 stages in Mega Man 5, and it was only treated a bit in Mega Man World 5. 5 and 5. But in a different setting. I mean, considering how much gravity interacts with almost every other element, they really should have utilized it more. Oh. Jet Sky? Oh yeah, another example. The cloud platforms to Snake Man Stage. Whoa! Indeed. Mega Man 4's soundtrack feels a lot more emotional. Same with 6 to a lesser extent. In comparison, 5 sounds a lot more cheerful. And thus, he's been defeated. By defeating Gravity M-Fan, I got the Gravity Spear, aka the Flash Bomb. I like this stage a lot more than the previous one. So last but not least is Brazencoronet 17, with 18 plays and a score of 2. This stage takes place at the Sigma Fortress. Coming from the future, Brazen has taken over one of Sigma's old fortresses. Go forward and take out his sinister high-tech minions. I wonder why they're all attacking Poke Park. Good, a weapon that I can use a lot more often, as a replacement for the Thunderclaw. 0 for the first set. It's probably time travel from the future. No jamming gears to worry about, thankfully. That really looked like a bottomless pit. That should be fixed. Because the other one to the right also looked like a bottomless pit. There should be no fade to black, is what I'm saying. Be consistent. I really need to see that video about Sigma being playable. Oh yeah, that reminds me. If we can have graphical replacements for our characters, someone could mod in and replace Bass with Snivy. Radwin Fuan and Mozef already did that with X, replacing classic Mega Man. Hello? Okay. The easy button. Ow. Grimoire Souls? It's more like Mega Man Grimoire Souls, but considering there's only Mega Man characters there, for now. True, it's mediocre, but on one hand, wait a minute. I'm gonna end up dying, aren't I? Nope. Easiest boss so far. After dealing with the first 4 members working for whoever's behind this madness, it's revealed that apparently they were corrupted by some kind of dark energy. By bringing a sample back to the Arbor area and inserting it into the Universal Search Engine TM, it had located a base in the middle of the desert. After entering the coordinates to the base, Snivy hopped right back to the Snivy had hopped right back into the poster portal to get there. Which leads over to the midway stage, with 8 plays and a score of 1. It doesn't look mediocre, but the gameplay loop-wise is mediocre. My issue with it, from what I've seen from watching live streams by Shadowrock ZX and some others, is that it's simply the levels are too segmented and don't really. They just feel more like enemy gauntlets, and not that inspired enemy gauntlets either. That's my biggest problem with the. That's my biggest problem with the game. So far, I died, I think 6 times. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not the best free mobile game. There are even better gacha games out there, which actually take better use of the medium. For example, Land Greaser Mobile. Let me rephrase it. For example, Land Greaser Mobile. I'll eventually play Dive once it gets released in the US. Or Dragalia Lost, which I wanted to play, but I can't. Remember, Nintendo bans any accounts that are using emulators. Whoa, I don't... How did that reset my jump? Neat. Oh, Fate Grand Order 2. Fate itself is such a metaverse. I don't know where to start there. Other than Fate Stay Night, but... That looks like a cannon. Oh no. This may be a problem. That's why. No, it's Cardalu. Once I get the hang of it, this isn't too bad. And that's not true. They weren't almost always enemy gauntlets. Especially go to the classic games. Yeah, the adventure, I don't know what happened there. If you want to play the adventure and experience Christopher Belmont's journey, just play the adventure Rebirth. That fixed pretty much everything. Sadly, it's not on sale anymore. Although I suggest you play the Japanese versions, don't play the American version until you get to Super Castlevania 4. They really screwed up the balance. See ya, Cyan. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. boss's weakness was the KFC cutters, by the way, as Cutman is a light robot and usually light prevails over darkness. Alright, time for the part of the plot where things get spoilery. After defeating the darkness turret, something had felt off to Snivy. He walked further past where he had fought the giant or grand darkness turret and had spotted two strange yet familiar looking characters, both covered in shadows. He wasn't able to get a perfect look at them, but from what he had seen, one had resembled a robot and the other couldn't be ID'd. As soon as they noticed Snivy, they had both seemingly vanished off to a mysterious place. Not that longer after that, Snivy headed back to the ARB area and looked at his stage select module TM. However, to his surprise, 4 more signals had shown up. Snivy had swiftly selected a signal and activated the poster portal to take down these new threats. Part 2. Suspicion. Here's our second set of RMs: Tool Man, Rust Man, Slot Man, and Volte Man. Just watch a playthrough of Haunted Castle, don't play it yourself. Or if you want to play it on MAME with save states. And if you want to watch a playthrough, just watch Game Explains. You're referring to hardcore, Mr. Lee. By default, you die in one hit, usually. Volte Man by Kun Fu Man is the victor. Volte Man by Kun Fu Cuts Man is the victor with 4 votes, with 4 plays, and the score 0. This takes place at a sky-high generator. With so many outposts set up all around the world, you'd expect there to be a place where all the power is coming from, right? Right? This is Volte Man's very own personal generator that he was tasked to guard. To make sure he doesn't guard for too long, or else things might start to get out of control. Servers of Volte Man are high voltage and ready to fight. However, they usually like to catch a ride on some of the new moving platforms, so take advantage of them to get around the static station. So we start off with the special weapons 4. I'll probably just mostly be using the flame sword and the bomb, though. If it was a tie, then I broke the tie. Yeah, shame Leonardo's in here. Oh well. Yep, these stages, based off this stage alone, it's a step up in difficulty. That, or I'm getting really bad at dodging this. Magnet? He never uses missile attack. That's strange. Darn, I can't reach it. I need something else. Compared to before, I like this second set of levels more. First set of levels was kind of blah to me. It wasn't necessarily boring, it's just okay, I guess, outside the stage. And the Sigma Fortress stage. Ow. Alright, let's go back to 1 HP for all this. Almost made it to the boss, but I got caught in the... there. I was trying to get there with playing with limited lives, but apparently not. Oh well. Isn't Mega Man weak to Spark Shock in Mega Man 3? Rants are actually more dangerous because the Tarnagla has lead up time. Okay, we made it this time. 1 death. So far, I think 7 or 8 deaths in this playthrough. Time for Thunder vs. Thunder. That's it, I'll just use an E-Tank. I'll put an E-Spare for the final boss. So that's the last that's the first out of the second set of Roadmasters defeated. 3 left to go. Hi Eduardo, welcome to the stream. Next up is Man Stage, who won with 6 votes, 9 plays, and a score of 1. Time to visit the card casino. Huh, what do you mean that the villain didn't need money to keep their buildings up? They still gotta pay for that stuff, villains or not. Anyways, welcome to Card Casino, which surprisingly doesn't actually look like a casino, like at all. Nonetheless, Slotman's quote-unquote casino is jam-packed with punch boxes, wanted criminal robots, and the occasional brute ready to tear down anything that comes within range of it. Oh yeah, and the Yoko blocks as well. We got a discharge coaster. In the 4 to become breakout characters. Whoa. Oh, I'm dead. At number 8. I should have waited. That's how you're supposed to do it. Which Magma games, Aiden? Oh. If you're talking about Magma 1 and 2, not so much. But if you're talking about things like Magma Easy, then I see what you're saying. Yeah, easy, then I agree. Maybe. I already know that some people in the Magma Discord released commercial products. For example, Xenogunner by Happy Tree Frog Games. Whoa. keep getting the feeling that some of these levels were originally designed to be played as Mega Man 2. Maybe Jaden? I don't recall exactly. Nonetheless, I got it thanks to the recent bundle I purchased. Regardless, it's nice to see them being converted to a full product. Gosh, there's so many games I wish to play, but I need more time for. Maybe I'll look into that once episode 0 and the Magwell 2 LP are done and edited. As I said before, I need to branch out more into indie games. It gets kinda boring playing Mega Man and Mega Man derived games over and over. Feel more like Mega Man fan games and ROM hacks. Hello? Okay. Let's try weaknesses. I don't want to have to go through this the wrong way. Right, they're weak against the second set. I don't have it. This is good enough. Goodbye. Toughest boss so far. I was going to play Rockman 6 Shadow Game, but I didn't feel up to it that day. When I'm done with my Magwell Easy playthrough, I'll resume posting the LP of Rockman 6, whatever the prequel to it was. I forget the name. I was mumbling a bit earlier. Okay. So that's Slot Man down. We have 2 left. Tool or Rust. Yeah, RE, that's the one. Once Easy's done and posted, I'll finish up RE, then probably do Shadow Game, then Magwell 2, the rest of that. Then, I'm not sure. Probably actually post and edit, edit and upload the videos of Rockman R. We've been waiting for long enough. Cool Man's the victor with 5 votes. 9 plays, score of 1. Time to visit the robot production facility. Where do all villains get all their artillery then from? It honestly depends on the villain, but in this case, they had hired an entire RM for their weaponry. Watch out, as you'll be seeing the factory do its work, live. Speed past the conveyor belts, mess up the assembly lines, and carefully blast through a Toolman swinging platforms. Too bad we don't have the Toolman platforms in this dungeon yet. What? We're going through a weapons factory and we have this song playing. What weapon did I get here? Wild Coil, or Bumper Blockade. I know, right, game idea guy? When I hear the song, I expect a more cheerful stage, full of springs, bouncy stuff, etc. This feels very out of place. Unless... you can hybridize the stage like that, but usually it's for custom RMs in engines where you have more control. That's why I keep thinking that this game or level pack was also designed for Mega Man, because Bass can very easily clear these jumps, whereas in some sections, Mega Man can't cross them. That would be one of my, maybe not nitpicks, but one of my biggest observations. Feels like some of the level elements are a bit too easy for Bass to cross. Or maybe perhaps this level pack was designed to be on the easier side. Even though this is slightly tougher than before, not by much. Compare, for example, to the last level pack I played, where I kept dying all the time. This one, only about 8 or 9 deaths. Okay, what do you have up your sleeve? I'm not taking a chance there. Being frozen in concrete like that actually makes me immune to his dash, slam attack. Which is a nice bit of levity, I guess. Yep. Alright. That leaves only one RM left. Rust Man, with 7 plays and a score -2. This stage takes place in the Infernal Scrapyard. Ah yes, Rust Man, the master of scrap. He would have been a truly revolutionary RM if his creator had just put more care into their creation. Considering this one's past, it's no surprise that Rust Man doesn't joke around. His scrapyard will turn you into a bird snake if you're not careful. Burn snake. After this stage is done, I'll be ending off the stream. Sorry everyone. Getting a bit tired and I don't feel I'll be up to it for the final set of stages. But right now, like what I said earlier, I think I'm having some fun with this. I wouldn't say it's as good as, for example, Official Meme Guy's level pack. That one was a great one. I say this is around Fierce Battle Bots. I feel it could have been done. I feel these stages could have been built more around Base's abilities. The inner stage was decent. The regular arm stages for the first set were okay for the most part. And this one is okay, and these are okay to decent. Or maybe it's because I'm too skilled and find these too easy. That may also be it. Whoops, sorry Snivy, I didn't read the description. I stole the wrong weapon. Don't worry, I won't use that weapon then. Mind you, I'm not so tired as if I need to hit the hay for the rest of the thing. It's more the case that I don't exactly have enough energy to properly evaluate this. Barely, that is. Hey, it's tradition. Plus, I feel many of these gimmicks could have been explored more at the end. Now, perhaps we'll see that for the further stages. As more than a few level packs got a lot better once we entered the fortresses. I like the idea of these hanging sections. Thank you. These are a roboticized mummy? Interesting. Combining sci-fi with fantasy. I like that. I'm not roboticized, but It should store data under documents. Local, like documents, current user, local. It'll be stored under a folder called Magmal. Excuse me? I got magnetized in the corner. And here I was relaxing. Well, I guess that's revenge for stealing his weapon. The Gorilla Glue was the trap. Okay, next attempt at this. I'll keep the enemies there for damage boosting purposes. Or if that happens... Gee, this is getting tougher than it looks. Yeah, that's alright. I was paying too much attention to that. Weakest body. You can rotate the screen and teleport to other screens. That's... interesting. I wish we had the McFlies from Easy. Those were much more manageable. Tool glue? It just feels stiff going up and down, ascending and descending. Especially when at corners, because you can easily fall off if you're not careful. And when spikes are involved, okay, I made it back this time. Those are safety strats. Ah, thank goodness, 5 deaths in that last section. Hardest stage so far unintentionally. It is using the gimmicks properly, but... They're getting in the last 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes. Bye, Audid. I know, right, Jaden? Especially around corners where they suddenly drag you upwards. Compared to his stage, Rustman is fairly easy. Now if it was Concrete Man. To be fair, I feel like if Concrete Man and Pharaoh Man swapped arenas, it would actually be a bit tougher. And that's that. The last 4 RMs have been defeated. Finally, after defeating the final Roadmaster, the final data chip was received. After grabbing the chip, Snivy was completely certain that this would answer any questions Snivy had. So he headed back over to Arbor area, put in the decryptor Tron 4000 TM, waited, and the villain is... Yoshi 2020! Question mark exclamation point. Yes, the Yoshi, the one and only. Snivy was, shocked once he saw this. However, this was no time for questioning what his motives are. There is a world to save. Thankfully, the chip had also contained the coordinates of Yoshi's base, so he activated the poster portal yet again and prepared for the worst. But little did he know, there was more behind the curtain than just Yoshi. But that'll be saved for the next episode. As I said, I don't feel I can properly evaluate the last set of 6 stages. So let me evaluate the first half of this level pack. Oh, first 2/3. Inner stage was decent. First set of RMs outside of Brazencoronet were okay. Brazencoronet was decent. I like the midway Roadmasters more than the first set. They felt better designed, but in general, I feel this level pack doesn't take into consideration Base's capabilities, specifically his movement capabilities, enough, so it ends up being unintentionally easier. Then again, it may be just me. If this level pack was designed to be on the easier side or a bit easier, then it's fine. Drop this complaint. Although I feel some of the mechanics and gimmicks, especially in the first 4, could have been extended further. I'd like to rate this around Fierce Battle Bots' quality, sometimes above, sometimes lower. Although I kind of like Fierce Battle Bots' RM stages more. But we'll see how this turns out when we get to the 4 stages, where gimmicks and mechanics from previous stages get mixed up together. Alright, for tomorrow morning stream, I'll resume my playthrough of Magmal Episode 0, and tomorrow evening, I'll resume my Let's Play of One Finger Death Punch 2. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.